It is finally, and I mean finally, the weekend. I've officially finished third year, which is the whole point of this video. I'm going to be talking about my third year, how I got on, how I feel about third year, and what my thought processes are for fourth year. Also, in addition, for those of you who don't know, I have been home alone with Peter for the past week and a half, 2 weeks, about last 2 weeks, because our parents are up in Vietnam. They're backpacking from what I know, so they're going to different places with a group of people, and I've been following them for their activities, and it looks to be they're doing a lot of fun stuff. Also touching on with college, I feel like these 16 weeks went pretty quick. I knew firstly that I'd spend the whole of third year working on a short film, and I'd spend one of the semesters working on a documentary. Both of them turned out very, very well in the end. Yesterday I went up to the IMC in Dundalk. Anyone who doesn't know, my short film, along with everyone else's short films and some fourth year short films, they all got put on screen and they all played. I will say it felt odd looking at it, but it also felt like, I made a moment. You know what I mean? 2.5 months worth of putting that film together after the production, after all the filming, is looking at me in front of a room of over 100 people, and this is my work, this is the director's work, it's the whole group's work. We were working on this film from the start of third year. For those of you who are unaware of how the format works when it comes to doing short films, you start off your year in general by writing out an original script. After a few weeks of doing the script, making some drafts of it, you then get put into a group. Names are pulled out of who had the best script. The lecturers choose between all these scripts written by 40 plus people whose gets chosen. Everyone gets into their assigned groups, everyone puts in their assigned roles, the teachers randomise them and give people either their first pick or their last pick or whatever, etc. You get your gist. Yeah, we got to work, we started doing the pre-production, which is all the paperwork, location, casting, catering, 2-3 months worth of preparation, doing fundraisers to raise money, and then goes into a few days worth of filming. It was a very fun process, the entire way of doing this film. Whilst you're in the middle of doing these assignments, like writing out these essays, doing your research, getting these presentations ready that you have to do in a month or two's time, you are still doing the pre-production paperwork. Depending on your role in the short film, you are doing that. And it's the same thing with the documentary, because the short film, right, doesn't get done until the second part, so until the second semester of your year. The documentary gets done during the first semester, so you at least have some sort of big project. I made a documentary with a few of the girls from my college, and basically I did a behind the scenes video, if you guys already watched this, and it turned out to be very good in the end, and we all watched it together, and it was very, very well made. The director herself did a fantastic job, and it's the same thing, absolute props to the director for the new short film that came out. Yeah, it's just been a wild ride. Something I kind of want to point out as well is it kind of really makes third year stand out to first and second year. It's not just that the workflow that you get into is so much more hands-on, so much more hard work, but also I think, in my personal opinion, I missed it. There was no drama. For those of you who don't really know, there was a lot of drama going around in the first year, and then there was a lot of drama going on in second year to do with people, but third year, it felt quiet. You came in for 9, you went to your classes. Depending on your classes, you'd be sat there on your computer playing games, or if it was actually kind of practicals, you were doing an edit, you were making a visual effect, you were actually doing something that was quite interesting, and that's it. I'd say a lot of stuff that I enjoyed was the practical stuff. I enjoyed the VFX class, so now I have a lot of skill when it comes to making graphics and just editing in general. In addition, with fourth year is that you are now going to be making, I believe, twice as long documentaries and short films. Now that we're going into fourth year and that it's officially summertime for us, it is now up to everyone to start going on the roles that they enjoy doing. Because everyone over the last 3 years has been learning how to do different roles, you know, being producer, being a camera assistant, being a director, doing a production design, editing, doing post-production, all that jazz. Fourth year is now the time to stick with what you're good at. So there's people that I know who are better at script writing, there's people that I know that are better at production design, directing, producing. There's so much people in the course that I know are good at certain roles when it comes to doing the short films. And so I really do hope that for fourth year that I get a lot of time to actually do a good script, because I feel like the script I made for third year, I feel like it was good, but it was very heavily drama based. And so I feel like for fourth year I'm going to really need to step up my game with what script I want to make, because you're talking at least 40 plus scripts for these lecturers to choose from. It's hard to get out there, and some people I know really want their scripts to get chosen. A lot of classes, it was kind of similar to second year, because we had our editing classes. I had a new class which was visual effects. I had another, it was another lecture class which was to do with world cinema. Then I had another class called industry studies, which was fucking shite. I'm sorry, but I have to say, industry studies, you're talking about marketing, you're talking about festivals, it's a bit boring shit. The lecturer, she made it way too easy. I'm sorry to say this, she made it way too easy for everyone to hate her. She's immediately like, your laptop is out, it's distracting me. I witnessed a few very entertaining arguments take place, and so I had a front row seat every time a funny argument would happen between the lecturer and one of the students, and pretty much everyone would dig into her, and it was funny as shit. She was more of criticising people about the work more than actually helping people. But at the same time, she was good at her job. But apart from that, and it's only been in the last 2-3 months of being in college, I've really been sat in an edit suite on my own, editing the short film. And when I tell you, it was a bumpy ride from time to time. It was a bumpy ride. From what I can recall, presentations that went exceedingly well. All my results that I've been getting out, I've been getting good results. I've been getting in the 60s, so that's good. I really just hope that fourth year is going to be way more harder to do. I can't remember if I said it on camera. There's a lot more people in my course that are planning on leaving, because you can either leave on, a level 7 or level 8 it was in third year, and go out and do whatever you want. Fourth year is going to be way harder to do regardless. Considering my course is only 4 years. No shit, Sherlock. The third and fourth year is going to be hard. I haven't got any job offers yet, considering I'm still looking for a job right now. I'd actually really like to see if I can still work with Joe Media, despite the fact that I sent an email quite a while ago and I got no response off them. I did go to an interview earlier this week, but I don't think I've gotten the job. So yes, I'm still in the job search, despite it being the 24th of May. Things are not looking promising. We just need to see what happens anyway. I still need to sort out my theory test, for fuck's sake. Yeah, see how that goes for me. In the end, I should be grand. Hopefully. I'm actually going to Tenerife in a month with my mates for 2 weeks. So the bank account is going to not look nice. I have to renew my gym membership in just less than 3 weeks, which is going to seriously decline my fucking money now, which I'm not happy about. I've really enjoyed DaVinci Resolve since I now have it on my computer again after 3-4 years of not using it. It was great working on this documentary and great working on the short film. I finally got to show my editing skills to everyone as to what I can do. So hopefully in the long run, in fourth year, I can be an editor again for a short film and a documentary. I'm going to leave it there for now. Don't be surprised if I have an end of fourth year video coming out now, next summer. I shall see you guys in a bit. Peace.